Scars are just stories, the skin remembers. Some people think scars are ugly. That they are marks of something broken. A sign that we were hurt. A sign we were less than perfect. But look closer. Run your fingers over them. And you'll feel, not weakness, but history. Every scar is a sentence in the long book of your life. Some are written in whispers. A faint line on your hand from when you climbed a fence. Just to see the sunset from the other side. Some are carved in thunder. Deep, jagged. Etched by nights when you didn't think you'd survive. And yet here you are. Still breathing. Still standing. The skin remembers. It remembers the pain, yes. But it also remembers the healing. It remembers the warmth of the bandage. The quiet hours when your body worked in silence. To knit itself back together. It remembers how the blood slowed. How the sting faded. How one day you touched that place and realized it didn't hurt anymore. Scars are not just damage. They are monuments. They are proof that you have been to war. And returned with more than just wounds. The world will try to tell you. To hide them. Cover them with long sleeves. Bury them beneath makeup. Pretend you were never hurt. But tell me. What is more beautiful? A flawless page. Or one covered in ink that tells the story of who you are? There's an old sailor who works at the docks. His hands are a map of the ocean's memory. Cut lines from ropes. Burn marks from sun. And one deep scar from a storm night. When the sea tried to take him. He doesn't hide them. He lets the sunlight rest on them. Lets children trace the ridges with curious fingers. This one, he smiles. A rope snapped. I thought my hand was gone. But I learned that night, the ocean can cut you, but it can't take your will. The skin remembers the salt, the cold, the fear. But it also remembers the sunrise that followed. A little boy trips on the playground. The gravel bites into his skin. Tears rush to his eyes. Not just from pain. But from shock. The sudden knowledge that the world can hurt you without warning. His mother kneels down. Cleans the wound. Kisses it softly. Wraps it in care. Weeks later, the scab is gone. And in its place, a tiny pale line. He touches it. Half forgetting the pain. But remembering the love. The scar holds more than injury. It holds comfort. There's a man who sits alone on a park bench. On his forearm, a long, twisted scar. He never talks about the war. But sometimes, when the wind shifts, his eyes grow distant. And he touches that mark gently. Not in sorrow. But in remembrance. He knows the skin remembers. Not just the shrapnel. Not just the battlefield. But the brothers who pulled him to safety. The voices that shouted. Hold on. We've got you. Some scars are not about the fight. They are about the rescued. In the quiet hours of night. A new mother stands in front of a mirror. Her hands trace the silver lines across her belly. She remembers the weight she carried. The life she grew. The skin remembers the stretching. The nights she could not sleep. The day she heard her baby's first cry. These are not scars to hide. They are love letters written in skin. In the forest. There is a tree split down its trunk. Once, lightning tore into it. Fire licked its bark. And everyone thought it would die. But it still stands. Leaves grow from its branches. Birds still build nests in its arms. The scar is there, dark and rough. But it is also a path where rain runs. Feeding the roots. The wound became a channel for life. There is a city street where buildings once burned. Now, flowers grow through cracks in the pavement. The walls still carry black stains of smoke. But new paint blooms over them like hope. The city remembers the fire. But it also remembers the rebuilding. Scars, whether on skin, in heart, or in places we call home, are proof of two things. That pain happened. And that life continued. They are not the end of the story. They are proof the story didn't end there. The ocean has scars too. Ridges deep beneath its waves. Marks carved by earthquakes and storms. The earth has scars. Mountains where the crust broke and healed in stone. Even the sky has scars. Faded trails of meteors that burned too bright. And yet, they are beautiful. Not despite the scars, but because of them. You are no different. When someone sees your scars, you get to choose what they mean. You can hide them in shame. Or you can lift your chin and say, "This is where I was hurt, and this is where I healed." The skin remembers. It remembers your courage. It remembers the day you decided to live. It remembers that every ending was also the beginning of something else. And maybe that's the greatest beauty of a scar. It is proof that pain can be transformed. That nothing stays broken forever. So don't be afraid of your scars. Wear them like medals. Trace them with love, not regret. Let them remind you of how far you've come. Because one day, someone will see them. And instead of asking, "What happened to you?" they will say, "I see where you've been, and I see the strength it took to get here." And in that moment, your scars will speak without words. They will tell the truth. The way only healed wounds can. Gently. Softly. Without anger. Without fear. Scars are just stories the skin remembers. And you. You are the author. If this spoke to your heart, if it reminded you of your own strength, then let it be shared. Let someone else hear it today. Speech balloon like this video. Repeat button share it with someone who needs to hear it. And pushpin subscribe for more moments that touch the soul. Sparkles this is embrace the feeling.